the petite beasts go from a scaled-down species to a mutated mini brood, the stories get more unbelievable with number 4. Potrero, California, 2006. Think this is a newborn kitten? Think again. It's an 8-month-old cat named HEED, and he's no taller than a soda can. These photos made HEED famous. But how did HEED happen? And how big will he get?
When he was 3 to 4 weeks old, his head was so large that he didn't really lift it up much. When he got to be 8 months old, he was so darn tiny and his head was still so big that I knew I'd never seen a cat like that before in my life.
Here, HEED is just 3.5 inches tall, weighing only 2 pounds. Amazingly, HEED isn't a dwarf. He's part of a cat breed known as Munchkins, domestic felines with stunted appendages. Yet normally, a Munchkin's small size stops at their legs. In length and weight, Munchkin bodies are comparable to a medium-sized house cat. Cat leg length varies from breed to breed, but a Munchkin's legs average around 2 to 3 inches. That's half the size of the average cat's 4 to 6 inches. Remarkably, Munchkins are otherwise normal. Records of Munchkins date back more than 70 years. Yet surprisingly, Munchkins aren't the result of selective breeding. Their stature comes from a spontaneous dominant mutation.
Hypochondroplasia, which is similar to the human form of dwarfism that doesn't have the frontal bossing or the large head that you see in some human dwarfs.
On average, Munchkins pass on their dwarfism to about half their offspring. But HEED was at the extreme end of the bell curve, and no one knew how big he would get. Today, the answer's in. Sharing his home with his children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren, a kitten colony of long and short legs. HEED is now a hefty 7 pounds and stands 7.5 inches. A cat once made famous by a soda can now dwarfs his former self. Up next on Weird, True, and Freaky.